Boeing's new CEO takes reins with company's culture and strategy in doubt. The opening gambits by Boeing's new boss show the risks Dave Calhoun is willing to take to reset the deeply troubled planemaker. Calhoun, who officially takes charge Monday, pushed to release humiliating internal messages last week even though they may darken public perception for years to come, with Boeing's own employees suggesting rot in a once-vaunted safety culture, and mocking designers and regulators on the ill-fated 737 MAX. He also was heavily involved in the decision to drop Boeing's long-held opposition to simulator training for MAX pilots, said people close to the company. Those steps are just the start as Calhoun settles into a 36th-floor suite at Boeing's Chicago headquarters, entrusted with turning around a company that has been widely censured for its arrogance, failure to take responsibility after 2 crashes killed 346 people, and unrealistic estimates of when the MAX would be cleared to fly again. The bungling cost former CEO Dennis Muilenburg his job, and the bad news is far from over. Boeing is expected to reveal one of the largest write-downs in its history this month along with fourth-quarter results. The company has a unique opportunity to get all the bad news on the table now, said Jim Schrager, professor of entrepreneurship and strategy at the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business. It's time to get this right and make the turnaround. The accounting charge is likely to be in the $6 billion range, said Cowen and Company analyst Kai von Rumor, as Boeing balloons its reserve to compensate airlines to $12 billion. That's another risk for investors, who have taken a hit from the crisis while dodging a full-fledged meltdown. Boeing climbed less than 1% to $331.03 at 9:40 a.m. in New York. Through last week, the shares had tumbled 22% since the second MAX crash prompted a worldwide flying ban in March. That was the biggest drop on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Calhoun, a former General Electric Company executive who became a senior leader at Blackstone Group Incorporated, is far from an outsider at Boeing. He has served on the Aerospace Titans board for a decade, and he took over from Muilenburg as chairman in October. That means he is identified with the moves that have left the company's standing with consumers, lawmakers and regulators in shambles. Boeing's reversal on simulator training was approved by the Calhoun-led board at its meeting in December, said people familiar with the deliberations, who asked not to be identified because the discussions were private. When directors asked Calhoun to take charge, they vowed to make Boeing more transparent. With his support, interim CEO Greg Smith followed through last week by releasing a new batch of internal messages that a key lawmaker in the U.S. Congress called incredibly damning. In 1x for more on this story, visit the news article link.